Hi, Professor. Thank you for the opportunity to present my blog today. My blog is the All That Utah Jazz Tribune. Tried to put this on my TV so that it would show up better. My market research consisted of finding out that there was sparse resources and information for Utah Jazz fans, looking at the brand and seeing how it's growing with new ownership. Ryan Smith just bought the Jazz, and he's doing a lot of things to improve the team, which as a result is creating a growth in the fan base. The growth of the Utah Jazz is evident within content creators on YouTube and on blogs. You can see that they're just continuing to grow and that the fan base is continuing to get larger. My target market persona example, Freddie fanboy, ages 18 to 35, income level below $50,000 annually, loves basketball, Utah Jazz sports, television, internet use, etc. His pain points are that there's a lack of Utah Jazz content, that he's rooting for the underdog and he's getting hated on by big media. He doesn't have access to cheaper apparel, so he doesn't have jerseys and things to kind of show off that he's a fan. And he just wants his opinion to be heard. He wants his opinion to feel valid. And so his preferred social media channels are YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and Snapchat. And he prefers to listen to or watch YouTube videos and read short blogs that are engagement friendly, because he wants his opinion to be heard. Okay, what's going on? Next, so my competitors are SLC Dunk and Deseret News. SLC Dunk is a lot more like the All That Utah Jazz Tribune, and it's more focused on the Jazz. They have more regular posts, long articles, and they're passionate and engaging. Deseret News, on the other hand, doesn't post as often, but they're quick to post because they get updates sooner than most other resources. And so, unfortunately, they're not very engaging because they're the news, and in order to engage with their blogs, you have to have an account. All right, so our positioning, it's a little hard to see here, but I based my positioning on engagement opportunity and passionate content. I believe that the All That Utah Jazz Tribune has more opportunity for engagement and is more passionate than Deseret News for sure. Maybe a little less engaging at this point in time than SLC Dunk, but definitely more passionate because SLC Dunk now has to appeal to big media as they get bigger and bigger, and so they seem to be a little more objective. And so that's where I have put myself in positioning. And then just to kind of add to that, so SLC Dunk has a lot of followers on their accounts as far as social media goes, and they get a lot of engagement on their posts. But Deseret News, on the other hand, doesn't get a lot of engagement on their blog posts, and they don't seem to have much engagement on their social posts either. They just have a big following on their social posts or on their social media accounts, but that can be for other reasons because they don't just do Utah Jazz content. So that's my presentation there, just to show you my blog. So this is what my blog looks like. You can see I've got my titles and my description here. I put some mountains in the background to show everybody that I'm a homeboy from Utah and that I can relate. I've got my blog posts here embedded on the front page so that people can click them for easy access, an inbox or somewhere you can put your email so that you can subscribe to get more emails to your inbox. I've embedded my blog button at the top to just bring you to the most frequent or the most recent blog posts. You can see I have several blog posts here. And then if we go back up to the top, I've got an About Me section where I just let people know a little bit about myself. And I put this video of myself on here so that people could know who I am. And coming back to myself, so that's how I designed it. My marketing strategy is to use some keywords on Google and post more YouTube videos and pay for some ad space on Google so that I can continue to rank up in SEO and know what I guess and know what people are looking for so that I can rank up more naturally, more organically. And then I want to connect my website to several cheaper apparel websites that I know of so that fans can find cheap apparel like jerseys and things to wear. And then that way we can get some cross engagement through links back and forth so that that'll improve my SEO as well. Hopefully all these things will drive more people to the blog. And my measurable metrics, I'll flip this back around for a second. So if I go to stats over here, you can see I've only had 3 visitors on my website and no likes and no comments. But I do most of the visiting. Most of the time spent on this website is me building it since it's very new. And then let me just swap this back. So I guess just to summarize, I'm sorry I went over the 5 minutes. I tried to keep this as short as possible. But just to summarize what I've learned, I've just learned that it's a lot more difficult than I thought it was to make a blog and to get it up and running. And it takes a lot of dedication and effort. And it takes a lot of advertising. And if you really want to be good, it takes patience and lots of resilience to keep going forward. And I did my best to try and make it as engaging as possible with photos and relevant content that was passionate. And I know that if I just continue to make that content available and then promote it in effective ways through Google Ads and through other advertisement methods, especially social media, making more YouTube videos and things, I know that I can eventually grow in followers and visitors to the blog and to my social media content. So thank you for your time. Again, I'm sorry that I went over 5 minutes, but I hope you enjoyed this. And thank you for everything that you've done this semester.